I'm Princess, and this is Blue. This is a space where I explore healing, money, and creative expression, not as separate topics, but as one connected system. If you've ever felt tension around speaking up, being visible, or feeling stable in your life or finances, you're not alone. These conversations are about creating safety in the body so clarity, confidence, and flow can return. Today's reflection is about voice and why healing your voice often changes everything else. I didn't plan to record this video. It came together after last night, after being in two very different meetings and sitting with my own healing afterward. There was another video that I planned to share, and I will, just not right now, because something else really wanted to be spoken first. One conversation was rooted in taxes and structure, another was rooted in voice, creativity, and truth. And what stood out to me was this quiet but powerful shift, the same message showing up in different forms. I realized this wasn't about strategy or performance. It was about voice and how stability moves through it. Your voice is not just expressive. It's stabilizing. It's magnetic. It shapes how you move through life. During the tax meeting, there was a moment where I was being acknowledged, not for being loud or aggressive, but for being clear, for speaking up about what I want, for naming what I'm willing to accept and what I'm not, for using my voice in a grounded, regulated way. And that's when I realized this shift didn't happen overnight. I always felt safe on stage. Singing, expressing emotion through music, that's always been home for me. But presenting myself, my needs, my boundaries, my worth, that used to be fear-based. I could sing emotion easily, or at least someone else's, but speaking my truth in real life felt dangerous. I grew up in an environment where speaking up could come with consequences, where disagreeing, expressing needs, or saying the wrong thing could lead to harm. When you grow up like that, your nervous system learns silence equals safety, voice equals risk. Over the last 5 years, I've been doing the work, clearing old fears, untangling survival responses, healing shadow parts, learning that my voice doesn't endanger me anymore. I wouldn't say my life suddenly became stable. I would say I became more stable. This is where wisdom came in for me. I recently heard a reference from the book of Acts. Ask, and it shall be given. And it landed differently, because asking isn't just prayer. Asking is speaking, naming, claiming. Life moves when we give it language. Here's what I've learned. When your voice is suppressed, money often feels unstable. Not because you're unworthy, but because clarity hasn't been allowed to form. Money responds to clear boundaries, clear communication, clear self-worth, nervous system safety. When you can calmly say, this is what I do, this is what I charge, this is what I accept, this is what I don't, stability follows. Later that same night, I was in a meeting with artists, singers, working on authentic voice and connection, not perfection, presence, feeling. And I realized whether it's music, money, or life, when your voice is authentic, your body relaxes. And when your body feels safe, creation flows. If you grew up in an environment where speaking up felt dangerous, if your nervous system learned silence, I want you to know healing is required. You don't create a stable life by bypassing trauma. You create it by resolving it. Your voice doesn't need to be loud. It needs to be true, a reflection of your truest self, not the stories formed from your past. For me, this season is about moving from fear-based expression into safe, grounded, embodied voice. And the more I do that, the more aligned my money, my work, and my life become. If this resonates with you, sit with it. Ask yourself, where have I been silent to stay safe? And what would change if my voice was allowed to exist without fear? That's where stability begins. This channel is where I blend healing, money, and creative expression, not as separate topics, but as one connected system. Sometimes we'll focus more deeply on healing, sometimes on money and structure, sometimes on creativity and voice, but always from a place of wholeness, as a healer, as a creator, as a magnetic force. Heal your energy, free your abundance, and unleash your creations.